In this case, tension runs high as M. Robertson faces yet another DWI charge, and the judge has clearly had enough. With a record spanning multiple states and prior run-ins, patience is wearing thin. Watch as justice collides with frustration in a moment that could define her future and her freedom.
Ms. Robertson, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. So this was, they applied for PTI and were denied. Is that what?
Yes, Judge.
What is the reason for the denial?
Due to prior criminal history out of state.
Any prior DWIs?
Yes, out of Louisiana.
How many?
One.
What happened on that case?
The,
Took your time, sir? You know?
let me see, Louisiana is tricky in terms of how we can view their criminal history.
Please, please. If she has a prior conviction for DWI, Brock, I'm not doing this. I can't.
From my understanding, Your Honor, it wasn't a DWI, the prior conviction. I think it was something alcohol related, but I don't think it was a DUI or DUI.
I'm having them look.
I mean,
I believe we would have to reach out to the agency out in Louisiana to find out what the disposition of was.
Kayla, do you mind running a PSR on Miss Robertson, please?
Because I can also reach out to, Hazel, I heard that our, see that infection on it.
What does it say there? Does it say?
It says, open container vehicle operating vehicle while intoxicated, security shields. I don't know this position, but those are, so we can reach out to, shoot there, but I'll get everything. Figure out the information on this case.
Okay. Brock,
yes, sir.
I need time.
Okay.
You need to
How long do
understand
you?
something, that I take this extremely seriously. And when I have someone who continually picks up DWIs, no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. It's not going to happen. I have the ability to accept or reject a plea bargain agreement. If I reject it, then you will be allowed to withdraw your plea and we can either set up a trial or renegotiate something, but I'm not going to continue to do the same thing in hopes that, well, I hope nothing happens in the future. It's not going to happen. So I guess what we can do is, you want to roll it till Monday, Brock?
She's coming from Dallas. Remember, this is the one that's coming from Dallas, Your Honor. So
Okay, so
I've
I
been
guess
trying to keep her coming back and forth because she's been coming almost every week.
So, Brock,
So
I didn't know this.
and Judge, we're reaching out to Lafayette Powers right now, seeing the information that we're going to stand out.
Okay, just can you chat me your cell phone? And then
Yes,
I can
sir.
reach out to you when we have something.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sorry.
Please tell me her criminal history as you see it, because I don't understand why the county can't get me a version of criminal history that I can see. It sucks, but I don't understand why I have to rely on others. Please
Of course.
enlighten me with her criminal history.
You know, just a caveat here, anything Louisiana, we're gonna have to go to their website trying to figure it out because Louisiana's the CIC does not issue conditions.
Yes.
I get it, but at least let me know how much criminal history she has.
She has no history in Harris County as a casino judge. And then out of Florida, I see a resisting that, yes, out of Florida, that looks like it was a pretrial diversion. And then out of Louisiana, yes, there is all the dispositions are unknown, as I say this. The manufacturing of a controlled substance, failure to obey traffic signals, resisting arrest, failure to, open container in a vehicle, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, and battery of a police officer. So those are all the things that I see, but I don't know anything about.
So
convictions.
Brock, it looks like the OUI was dismissed, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
The operating-
And then I went to the Lafayette County website on the misdemeanors that I can see, and they all are. They all look like they are. Hilary said that.
At what point do we need to get your attention to realize that we are serious about public safety? What do we need to do to get your attention? Because it obviously continues to happen.
Oh, Your Honor.
But you now stand charged with yet another DWI. Brock,
I'm here, Your Honor. Hello?
yeah. Here's
Yeah,
what
I'm saying, I'm here.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Brock. I am going to follow this agreement, but you will be required to pay the DPS fines and fees and all the court costs in this case. And if you fail to pay it, for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. You're going to roll out of here with about $3,500 in surcharges and fines and fees. So I hope that this is the
Yeah.
right call. Yeah,
Your Honor, if you don't mind, so she just recently found out that she's pregnant. That's the reason why she wanted to do the time served, because of the travel back and forth and due to the pregnancy. I don't want there to be some kind of financial impediment if she is not able to work after having the baby or prior to, a couple of months before the baby. So that's the only reason why I'm saying something, Your Honor.
then I mean, with her criminal history, with her rich criminal history, then I don't think I'm gonna do this then. Because, she has a prior one, I get that it's dismissed. She has a prior manufactured delivery, resisting arrest, battery on a police officer. Now we have a DWI.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's, you tell me, but the continued slaps on the wrist, stop. I don't know how to get your attention. I'm hoping that this is the way. But you can go talk to your lawyer, figure out what you want to do. But I'm not down with it continuing to happen. All I want is my public to be safe. And I'm going to try to do it in the best way that I can. So if you'd like, you can, step outside, talk to your lawyer, and we can just revisit it, and you just tell me when you're ready. Please.
Your Honor, is it possible that you want the fines and the fees? That's fine, Your Honor, but can we at least waive the DPS fees, Your Honor? We do either or instead of both.
I'm not. If we do a time served on this case, I'm not going to waive it. Rob.
Well, I don't want to set her up, Your Honor, where she's right back in front of you with those fees.
I will give her 2 years to pay, and it ends up being like $30 to $40 a month.
Okay, yeah, with 2 years to pay, then that should be fine, Your Honor.
So you want to go talk to her and see?
Yeah, tell her to give me a call right now.
There are two very important lessons that you need to learn here after you walk out. The first one is your record sucks. It's not good. You ever get pulled over in a car, an officer's going to see OUI, DWI, this. Do you think that they're going to treat you well? Do you think that they're going to take it to the third degree on you whenever you get pulled over? If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, the slightest thing, don't get into a car, because you're taking a huge risk, not only with endangering the public, which is what I care about, but you. Because you, with your record, you'll be going probably right back to jail. And what we're doing today From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Don't matter what you pick up from now on in misdemeanor court. Do you understand? The reason we're doing this is because I want to get your attention. Obviously, it has not worked in the past, and I'm hoping that this will. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. It will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life, even thereafter you die. Do you understand? I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days because of this plea. What are this? How much are court costs?
And the fine was set at 3,000?
Yeah. It's not above a 15, is it?
No. Yes,
I know it's not pled as such, but I'm curious. Is it above a 15?
Your Honor.
Is it really?
Yes.
The second one was actually below 0.15. That's why they didn't plead it as a 0.15.
Was it a 15 and a 14, or what was it?
It was, blood, it was a .161.
It was blood at a 16, bro.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I got it
Had
confused.
they repled this, it would be a $4,500 surcharge that you would be responsible for. Now, it's only a $3,000 surcharge. 3,420. You will be required to pay $3,420. I will give you a 2-year payment plan. If you don't pay, I will issue a warrant. And for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day. Do you understand? So don't take this as a joke. All right. I'll have you, or how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, Ms. Robertson.
Next up, tensions hit a disturbing high inside a hospital NICU. What should have been a quiet moment caring for a newborn turned into a violent confrontation between two parents. The scene, a baby's bedside. The trigger, a blanket. The result, an assault charge that shocks both the judge and viewers alike.
Come up, Mr. Fleming. What was the alleged substance? Cocaine?
It was.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fleming, you get one life. You don't get reduced in this life. And I can tell you how many lives I've seen ruined because they party, try to have fun, and you unfortunately get something that's laced with fentanyl, and then you die. Now, or worse, you become a lifelong addict and you start doing crazy ass things that you would never do just to feed the habit. I've seen people deteriorate before my eyes here because they get hooked, and it's just so sad, the stuff we've seen. Don't ruin your life. You only have one. You need to make the best of it. You get into school, get knowledge. Knowledge is power, and when you have knowledge, you can do things. That's how you make money. This life is about one thing: money. And when you have it, life is freaking great. When you don't, it freaking sucks. I'm telling you, don't waste it. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Do something worthwhile. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay. Good luck, Mr.
Finally, we meet Mr. Roberts, another DWI, another shot at redemption. But this case comes with a harsh reality check. A crashed car by the train tracks, probation terms, and a judge determined to stop the cycle. For Roberts, this moment could be the line between reform or repeat.
Excuse me.
Yes. Mr. Roberts, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. Is this right? You look confused.
No, it's He's only expecting the probation. He knows that he's not going to have to go to jail.
Right, so it's 180 days in jail. I probate that for 18 months. You will not go to jail as long as you fulfill the conditions in this case. As long as you fulfill conditions and you do everything you're supposed to, you don't test positive. We all do backflips. What goes wrong is when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You pick up a new case.
Sorry, the offer was for 15 months. I think I made a clerical error and wrote 18 months instead.
Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll fix
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's not a big deal. Let me ask you this. Was there an accident in this case?
There was, yes, well, he was asleep next to the train track. So yes, he was off of the road and had crashed near the train track.
It was his own
Single
vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no restitution to someone else?
Yes, sure.
That's my concern.
Yes.
Okay, because my concern is that if you do something to yourself or your vehicle, I don't care. If you do something to someone else, then I care. Right, so hopefully, lesson learned, right? Hopefully, you don't get to where some people only learn the hard way. They got to hit rock bottom. They don't get it until they go into here, right? You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 15 month. You want me to?
I'll put it out right now, Judge.
It's a 15-month probation. You need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. You can never take it off. And this is important because from now on, I don't care if it's a year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years. If you get pulled over, officers will see that you're a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. From now on, after today, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, sir.
For you to successfully complete this program, you must first do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. It could be supportive outpatient treatment. It could be, intensive outpatient. I don't know, but we have clinicians that will interview you to determine, is this the right type of program for you? What you must do is a DWI education class, 4 victim impact panels, no drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian interlock and a random urinalysis. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So that's why I said, because you give up this right to appeal, once you accept this agreement, there's no turning around. There's no, you know what, I changed my mind. I want to do something else. This isn't Target. You can return it. You understand? The other thing I want you to understand, Mr. Roberts, is that we all make mistakes. The idea is that you learn from the mistake. And the reason I'm telling you this is that DWI is humongous business in Texas. There's a $3,000 surcharge that attaches to you when you pick up a DWI. If you have a 0.15 or above, it's a $4,500 surcharge. If you don't pay it, you do 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. You asked me to waive this.
Yes, Honor. There's a bit of confusion because when I was talking to the district attorney's office, they said that they would waive the fine. So is this a different? Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, of course.
And the point that I'm trying to make, waive it. This is a first offense. We all make mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes where you're endangering other people's lives, a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. And a 30-day minimum jail stay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to get lit, if you want to have 52 shots of tequila, 35 joints, just don't get into a car. It's not hard. After the probation, can't do it now. You understand?
So,
All right, how do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. You look for his license to see whether it's suspended or not suspended, please.
Yeah.
I'm not going to suspend your license. I don't know if your license is suspended now, though. We're going to look it up to see if it is.
It is suspended, Your Honor. It's not illegal.
Okay, so
Your Honor, he needs to just pay a reinstatement fee of $125 for him to.
is there an ALR suspension or no? You're not allowed to drive.
It is an ALR suspension,
When does it run, do you know?
until June 10th, 2025.
So
We anticipate filing a request for occupational driver's license.
you can't drive now. If you drive, and I don't care what you got to do, I don't care where you got to go, I don't care if there's a burning building, you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive. If you do, you're in violation of this probation. If you drove here, you cannot drive home. Do you understand? Don't do it. So I'm happy, file it and we can talk, but don't drive until you either get an occupation or get the license back. Do you understand? So because of that, he'll get a portable device. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Farrar.
Thank you.
Good luck.
What a roller coaster of courtroom moments. Across these three cases, one theme stands out loud and clear: accountability. From Robertson's long list of priors to Roberts' fresh mistake behind the wheel, and Fleming's brush with a drug scare, the courtroom is where second chances and stern reality collide. Let's break it down. In Case 1, M. Robertson faced the consequences of repeated bad choices. The judge's frustration wasn't just procedural, it was personal. When a defendant racks up DWIs and keeps returning to court, it's not just about one night of bad judgment. It's about public safety, personal responsibility, and the system finally drawing a hard line. The judge's message was crystal clear: no more slaps on the wrist. Then came Case 2, and the tone shifted. The lecture to Mr. Fleming wasn't about jail time, it was a warning about life itself. The fentanyl epidemic loomed in the background, and you could feel the judge's urgency. This wasn't just a courtroom, it was a wake-up call to value your own life. That rare mix of compassion and cold truth is what makes these moments so raw and unforgettable. Finally, in Case 3, we saw a mix of discipline and hope. Mr. Roberts' DWI and probation agreement showed a balance between justice and mercy. The judge pushed for learning, not just punishment. Yet the warnings were firm: next time there will be no leniency. It's the kind of reality that thousands face, where one mistake can shadow your record forever. Together, these cases reveal a broader truth. Judges don't just enforce the law, they enforce reality. Every word in that courtroom is meant to shake someone awake before it's too late. Whether it's addiction, recklessness, or denial, these defendants all face the same crossroads: change or continue down a dangerous path. So what do you think? Were these rulings fair or too harsh? Could the system do more to prevent people like Robertson and Roberts from returning? If you found these cases as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.